I would request you to stay on with us as we in fact take a look at some important details as well ahead of this high stakes match between India and Pakistan. We're just going to look at the details over here. Now the weather report ahead of the match is expected to be 35 degrees Celsius with a precipitation of 10%, a humidity at 47% and wind of 16 kilometers per hour. So that is what the weather is expected to be like during this match that is set for tomorrow. The expected players, of course, for Pakistan, you have Shahibzada, Farhan, Saim Ayub, Fakhar Zaman, Salman Agha, Hassan Nawaz, Mohammad Haris, Mohammad Nawaz, Fahim Ashraf, Shaheen Afridi, Sufyan Mukim and Abrar Ahmed. While on the Indian side, you have Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill, Sanju Samson, Suryakumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Shivam Dubey, Hardik Pandya, Aksar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah and Varun Chakravarti. So those are the expected playing 11 for the India versus Pakistan match. Now the top 5 performers that we have been seeing for both the countries are, for Pakistan you have Saim Ayub, who is an all-rounder, you have Shaheen Shah Afridi, who is a pace bowler, Shahibzada Farhan, the opening batter, as well as Abrar Ahmed, spin bowler, and Mohammad Nawaz, spin all-rounder. Meanwhile, for India, you of course have Kuldeep Yadav, another spin bowler, Suryakumar Yadav, who is the captain as well as the batter. Aksar Patel is spin bowler again, Abhishek Sharma, opening batter, and Jasprit Bumrah, of course, who is the pace bowler. So those are the top 5 performers that we have been seeing for T20 cricket from both the countries. As we of course take a look at all of these details ahead of this highly anticipated match in Dubai on Sunday. So Sunil, what we're seeing of course over here, we looked at the details ahead of this match. Now we've seen the weather, of course it continues to be very hot in Dubai. The humidity is expected at 47%. How do you expect that to impact the match?
Well, when you look at the humidity, I'm no expert on weather, but what I can tell you from a cricketing point of view, I can tell you that these conditions are no different from the Wankhede in Mumbai or Chennai in India, where they play the IPL. And remember, the IPL is played at the peak of summers at end of April and the early May. Why? Because it's very interesting that they deal with that kind of the heat there. You must also realize that we are playing at the end of the day, which means at around 7, 6:30, 7, 8 o'clock, when there's a nice breeze that blows. And if you see 35 degrees, it's still manageable. Indian players are used to playing at the heat and more of sweat at 42, 43. Even they played at 44. You must also realize that the lights, the stadium is very well built. So Malvika, what I can tell you is that there is a cross blowing of the wind, which actually helps the player. So it is much cooler there as compared to what you're seeing right now. But Dubai, I must tell you, is very amiable to conditions are very favorable for Indian side. Also, we must realize India has been playing here on various occasions. Some of the players actually own a house here, so they know what exactly it means to be playing and staying here. So these are home conditions for India, I would say, Malvika.
Well, Sunil, also we've seen, the playing 11, the expected playing 11 as well as the top 5 performers for both countries for T20 cricket. But now ahead of this match, with Pakistan, when we are playing against Pakistan, who do you expect that the players that we expect to see shine from India, and who do you think we should, focus on ahead of this match? Who do we expect to carry us through this clash with Pakistan?
Well, it's a very interesting question you asked, but I would like to take you back onto your plasma screen, where you said top 5 Pakistani players, and guess what? Only one makes it to the international cut from there. Out of their top 5 performers, we spoke about Shaheen Shah Afridi. Just imagine, he's the only bowler that can make himself count in the reserves of the World 11 if we were to make a look at it, because others are inconsequential, just pushers in the team. But when you look at the other ones, when you look at any other team as compared to India, they look a shade less as compared to India. Now, let's look at the top 5 Indian players. I would suggest you pick up any player from this team squad. They would definitely be the game winner for India at any stage. You look at Kuldeep Yadav, you look at Sanju Samson, you look at Abhishek Sharma, you look at Varun Chakravarti, you look at Hardik Pandya. Which one would you not say that is not a match winner? So thankfully, India now in the last 5, 7, 10 years have had a problem of plenty, which means that this is supposed to be a side which is just reeling out of the pressure. This is a side that has come completely out of you've got two of the greatest batters of T20 retired and no more part of the team, of the dressing room. Therefore, you've got a new side. But guess what? You also have a 15-year-old Vaibhav Raghuvanshi uh, knocking the doors and saying that, hey, I want to make a cut into the Indian team. Just imagine the kind of talent that India has. You also have spinners, you also have pacers. You've got Mohammad Shami who's waiting outside, who's nursing his injury and trying to make a comeback in the T20 game. You also have Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the legendary old war horse, who's just making a cut and trying to make a comeback into the Indian uh, team at whatever level. He's still bowling fast, but at the same time, you've got bowlers, batters at that level who's been batting and playing vigorously. So on a given day, any player can be a match winner. And guess what? You're still not talking about Rishabh Pant who's nursing his injury. You're still not talking about the other players who have not made the cut into this side. So I think overall, when you look at the Indian side, this is a good side to pick on any day and get them to be the match winner. Unfortunately, and good for India, I can't say the same for Pakistan other than Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Well, sir, thank you so much for joining us as we, of course, take a look at the details ahead of this match. Meanwhile, that's all for this bulletin. We'll step into a very short break.